Hello, everyone. This is the third and final video I'll be doing this evening regarding how to calculate the minimum sample size required to estimate the population mean for a confidence interval. I have the formula on my sheet, which we'll get to in a second, but just want to show one question about this. So I think once you see one question, it should be pretty straightforward, and I'll be happy to go over these in class when we meet again. So here we go. Mean IQ of attorneys. So it says, see the preceding exercise in which we can assume that the population standard deviation is equal to 15. Oh, hold on. Let me go in and share this. I thought I was sharing it, but no, I was sharing my notes instead. So you did see the notes that you have seen my formula for the minimum sample size for population mean. But here's the question again. It's going to be number 30. Whether the population standard deviation is equal to 15 for the IQ scores. Attorneys are a group with IQ scores that vary less than the IQ scores of the general population. Find the sample size needed to estimate the mean IQ of attorneys, given that we want a 98% confident, that we want 98% confidence that the sample mean is within 3 IQ points of the population mean. And then it says, does the sample size appear to be practical? So all right, so the information we're going to copy down from that is it's giving us the population standard deviation is equal to 15. It's telling us it wants a margin of error of 3 points. So remember, this is not we're not working with proportions. We're working with means. So we're talking 3 points, and the margin of error can be just 3. So it's going to be like a whole number, and that gives us a confidence level that's going to be equal to 0.98. So we're going to go ahead and write that as a decimal, which means we're going to want to find the z of alpha divided by 2. So, and we're going to do that in the StatCrunch here in just a moment. So let me go ahead and go back to my paper here. And you'll see the notes that I've taken on here. So I have a population standard deviation of 15. I have a margin of error of 3. And I have a confidence level of 0.98, which means I need to find the critical value that this confidence level establishes, which we're going to get from a normal distribution, a standard normal distribution, so we can get the corresponding z-score that makes up the critical value. We have a confidence level of 0.98. So let's go ahead and let's get to that. Let's get this value that we're going to put in here, and then we'll go and solve this problem. We have these two values here, so there's nothing else to work on. We just got to go back and get this. So, oh, no, I got to separate, actually, something separate for this. I think, yeah, here we go. All right, so we'll get rid of this here. And for this one, we're going to go to stat, calculate. And for this one, we're going to go to normal. Okay, so remember here, they're giving us the population standard deviation. So we are going to be working with the normal distribution on this one. Okay. So, and we want to go between, and this time we're going to put the area of 0.98 with us here. And we're going to get our critical value, and our critical value is going to be 2.3263. Okay, so we're going to have our critical value of 2.3263. That's what we're going to put on the paper here. And usually the expectation is we only really need two values, so we're going to go and just use 2.33, rounding that. And then let's see, I have my paper, and then we'll do the calculations on this. Oh, so now we're going to go and put this into the formula here. So we've got the critical value being 2.33 times 15 divided by 3. And actually, I don't need to go down this far. This is fine. And we're going to square that result when we get it. Okay. So on our phone now, let's see here. Now, this, get a calculator on this. So it's going to be 2.33 times 15. I'm going to divide that by 3. Okay, and then I'm going to take this result now, I'm going to square it. So I'm going to do this over here. And I'm just going to square that. And the result I'm going to get here is going to be 135.72. We don't have to really put it more than 10. But remember, just like the previous sample size we did before, this could be 0.72 or 0.072. We're always going to round up. So our final answer on this one is going to be 136. And that's it. Is 136 attorneys is that a reasonable number of attorneys to talk to? The short answer to that is yes, as long as they don't bill you for the time, the SRIQ score. So then then that could be reasonably done, I guess. So that is how we find a minimum sample size for to estimate a population mean. And we're only going to do one because I can do more in class if that's helpful. But I figure one's probably going to be enough to kind of do this because it's pretty similar to what we did before. And I hope you find this helpful. And I'm going to go ahead and stop the